then so there's one point where Andy and D-Rock kind of pulled you into a room, had a meeting about you joining Team Gary.
Yeah.
What happened? Like, what was that meeting like?
Essentially, they mentioned that they wanted to bring me on the team. Didn't know what that would look like or what the timeline would be. And my response was, fuck. I didn't see it coming. And it was like an instant moment of just like, you know, like when the coach gets the Gatorade dumped on them, I felt like it was that, but instead of Gatorade, it was just honor. Like I just felt so honored. Mm-hmm. Like I was like, this is insane. These are like the best of the best. These are the guys that I've looked up to for years, like since I was like 16. Like to work for the dude that I've been looking up for, like it was just crazy. So I was just flabbergasted.
Mm-hmm.
It was awesome.
Yeah?
Yeah,
I bet, dude. That's crazy. Can you tell me about your first day as a part of Team Gary?
Yes. Let's see. I think it was a Thursday. It was a Wednesday or a Thursday. So basically what happened was I had set up a vacation in July. It was like a long vacation, a very non-Team Gary vacation. That's not actually true, but that's like, you know, what everybody thinks. But 2 weeks, middle of July. Then I found out after that I was doing the transition. So it worked out perfect. My last day at Pure Wow was right before the vacation. Went back home, chilled with friends, came back, and like right into it. I'd say within, I think it was 3 days, I went on like a trip to London with Gary for 24 hours. Yeah, I mean, it's amazing. And that's the other crazy thing that like I didn't realize at the time is like he'll go to London for like 24 hours. Mm-hmm. It's crazy, yeah. And come back, go straight into the office, same for me, but like he has energy. I'm like falling asleep he's 43, 42, 43. I'm 25. Mm-hmm. It's crazy. Yeah.
That's cool. So then what does your average day look like then? Because I don't think you're going to London every day.
There's not really an average day.
No, not at all.
It's pretty random because like we have, let's see, we have like roughly 5 videographers on the team right now, and we trade off on who shoots. So just that alone creates a lot of variety, but then like the days are completely different. Sometimes, you know, Gary's like going out to different meetings out of the office. Some days it's like all in office. Like today we had like a rapper come through, which that's always really fun, high energy. So those meetings are really fun. That's like some of my favorite shit. 4Ds I love. Mm-hmm. I don't know if you guys have watched any of those before, but they're like super fire. And I'm just like sitting there filming it like, oh my God, this is crazy. Like I'm learning from, it's amazing. But no, there's not really an average day.
No.
But like right now, I try to like get into the office sometime between like 7:15 to 7:45. Get some organization going, like find out like what's our daily video that we're shipping that day, the next 3 days, what is the status on that, and then start editing. Mm-hmm. Usually trying to find micro content for Gary to post on Instagram.
Yeah, so what's like the gear you're using? Because I'm always curious, it's like how many batteries do you need to do a vlog for like a full day? And
we use the Sony A7S IIs. Batteries suck. Mm-hmm. Horribly. So we roll with my pocket will be full of like 9 to 10 batteries in it, like just running around. And then we use Sennheiser. I forget what the model is, but they're the wireless lav mics. The best move actually is to check out D-Rock's kit on his Instagram.
Yeah.
And then that literally has everything in it. And then also you can like buy through that and, you know, help your boy D-Rock out too.
Yeah, 100%. So then like, with always having to change the batteries, this is a question actually coming from Hayden, wanted me to ask.
This is a great question. I know where it's going, but keep going.
Has there ever been a time where you're like changing the batteries and Gary's done something and you're like, fuck.
Yes.
I can't.
Yeah, tons of times. I can't think of them off the top of my head, but it happened. It doesn't really happen that much anymore, It still does, but I've gotten a lot better at being very intentional about checking the battery percentage, checking how much I have left on the card, checking how much time we've been rolling. Because like the Sonys, it's like 29 minutes or 29:30 or something like that. They just stop, right? Mm-hmm. So like watching that and then timing when do I stop when he's like not talking, when he takes a breath. That's hard to time, but like it's weird. Like I think if you talk to any of the videographers, you like very quickly realize we pick up Gary's cadence pretty well, and like I don't know. I mean, he is like, you know, you can't quite predict him, but like we try.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's awesome. So then how did that kind of, with having to change the gear and stuff, how does that work for a 6.5 hour vlog? Is it pretty much the same thing? Because it's
100%. The 6.5 hour vlog, I had no idea it was going to be a 6.5 hour vlog until I think it was like 9 p.m. at the airport when he said it. I had no idea. Yeah. I would have shot it differently. Like, I don't know if you watched any of it, but like,
I listened to the whole thing.
what's fucking hilarious, man, is throughout it, you see how I shoot. Like, it's really interesting. There's a lot of times where I'm like doing like a pan rack focus and I do it like 5 times in a row because I'm trying to get it right, not realizing that we would put, it was actually, when he said it, it made me realize, like, because we did it originally with D-Rock's footage from Mumbai, right? And I was like, this is super cool, whatever. Didn't think too much about it. But then when I realized, oh, this is my footage. Oh, this is terrifying. We're like putting it out to the world. Like, I'm judged for this. Like, it was crazy. But like ultimately realizing, like, 1, it doesn't matter. 2, like, anybody that forms their opinion on that, like, doesn't matter, because like that's not what the video is about. And checking my own ego and not judging myself. And yeah, it's been like one of my favorite projects actually for
Really?
Gary. Yeah,
So
second to Trash Talk, but
yeah. Oh, yeah. So were you shooting on Trash Talk? No.
no, the legendary D-Rock was doing that. Yeah.
But one thing I did notice with that 6.5 hour vlog is I think Gary referenced it multiple times throughout that was you're the best at asking him questions when you're shooting the vlog.
Yeah. I ask intentional questions. Yeah. Yeah.
It's like, where does it, like, how do you think your questions is just like, if you have like any question, you just ask it, or?
I don't know, man. So he said that. My sister saw on Instagram the carousel he uploaded, and the last slide had him saying that in it. And she said, oh, this doesn't surprise me. You've been asking great questions or hard questions since you were a little kid. And like, I think that's all it is like, I've always been really naturally curious about things that I'm interested in, obviously. More so, I think, than like your average bear. So I think I ask questions that maybe everybody is thinking but doesn't know how to formulate. I also like sit on questions for a while. Like, I have a bank, because I watched Gary for so many years, like I have a bank of unanswered moments, right? Like things that he said that were like, oh, that's really good, but, you know, like clarification on things. So I feel like maybe that's a good thing.